Hello YouTube, thought I'd do a quick video here. First off, I'd like to wish everyone out there happy holidays. I appreciate y'all subscribing to my YouTube channel, watching my videos, and purchasing my interface boards. I really do appreciate that. Now, some good news. I did decide to go down the rabbit hole, and I did purchase a 3D printer. Now, for those of you who don't know what a 3D printer is, it is a device that uses plastic and it can print up a lot of different items. Not just boxes, but it can print all kinds of stuff. The list is endless. And you can make it print any size you want. So like in the example you see on your screen, this little plastic box that was printed with a 3D printer fits this board nicely, and it's a little enclosure box. So I'm going to be offering enclosure boxes for the interface boards that I have out there already. Now, of course, I'm going to try to make them as cheap as possible, and what I'm finding out is that sometimes the shipping will cost more than the box. So I got to figure out that, shipping on this thing. But nevertheless, I want to offer cheap plastic enclosure boxes. Now, I'm going to be clear, they're not going to be fancy. They're just going to be a box with a lid. You put your interface board in there, you put your lid on it, and that's it. It's not going to be waterproof. It's not going to be water resistant. Maybe over time I will get better at it and I can make better boxes. But for now, we're going to make boxes that are just going to protect the board for things being falling on it, and just for board protection. It's what I'm going to do. So now how this works, if you're not familiar with a 3D printer, it does it in layers. Now, the best way, I'm not going to explain in detail how to do all this, but you can look on YouTube, you can see all kinds of videos on a 3D printer working. The one I got can do multicolors, but it won't be here for 4 weeks. So in the meantime, I've been playing with the slicer program, that's the term, I guess, and some other 3D modeling software. I do have a box demoed up in the software. And the box that I have demoed up, now, like I said, I'm going to be doing all the enclosures for all my interface board. But the one that I've been working on is the one for the TYT 9000 interface board. Now, I'm going to make these boxes so that all you got to do is put the circuit board in there, and that's it. You put the cover on the box, that's it. There's not going to be any fancy, knobs or anything on the box at all. It's just going to be a plastic box. You put it in there, you put the cover on. So now maybe over time I'll get better at it. And that brings me to the next point. Anyone out there that has made a enclosure box for their interface board, please shoot me an email. I would appreciate it. I got one kind of mocked up, like I said, in the software. I'm learning it. It's quite interesting what you can do with this. But even the basic box that I have mocked up, the print time is almost 2 hours. Now, you wouldn't think it would take that long. Now, of course, I didn't buy the fastest 3D printer out there. I got what I believe is kind of in the middle. I can print multicolors, but it's not super, super fast. So that's another reason why I want to try to keep the boxes simple so it doesn't take 4 days to print it. Over time, I can probably tweak it and make it better so it doesn't take as much print time. But that's what I'm going to be doing. And I'm also going to be printing other items that are related to GMRS radio. And one of them, if you've seen in my videos, this god-awful holder I've been using to hold my handhelds when I make my videos. I can make a much smaller plastic version of that maybe perhaps will go up to the keypad here. Be a nice little plastic. It'll be a little bit bigger, and it'll keep the radio from falling. So I'm going to make stuff like that also. But if there's any ideas that you would like to see come to light for 3D printing, shoot me an email. I'll put my email address in the description below, and I'll also pin it in the comments too. Once the video becomes live, so I'll post that in the comments and in the description. Now, and I can try to make different brackets or whatnot that you may want for your radio gear, and I'll do it reasonable. So shoot me an email and I'll see what I can do. Now keep in mind the machine won't be here for 4 weeks, so and I got I got to do a lot of, I got to find a place to put this machine. It's not real small, so I got to work on that too in the meantime. But nevertheless, that's what my plan is. And I got to print other 3D items that are not related to radio. That's another reason why I got this 3D printer, for other non-radio stuff I have to do. So hopefully in the weeks to come, or actually in the months to come, I will have interface board enclosures available on my website. Keep watching my website. Maybe perhaps I'll make a video of my first my first box. So maybe I'll do that, and you guys get to see what's it like to make a simple box and how does it turn out. So maybe I'll do a video on that. But if I don't get that far and I don't make the video, check my store and keep checking my store. I'll post them on there when they become available, and we'll go from there. Now, of course, when I did these interface boards, I did not think of a 3D printed box. So the boards I made were kind of bigger. Now, of course, hindsight's always 20/20, but now I wish I would have made the boards much smaller. Like I've been saying in my other videos, like the repeater ID video and a couple other videos, how I'm trying to make the board small. And that's one of the reasons why, so I can print up a little bit faster. But yeah, to print this board the way the model sits is 2 hours, which I thought, man, that's a long time for a little box, but that's the way it works. So, at any rate, if you have any comments or questions, please post them down below. Please subscribe. Thank you, and have yourself a good day.